Hi everyone, and welcome to Pimo Secrets. This is Maureen Oshimakinde. So we're still on our exciting journey of my 40 life lessons, and we are on point 9. I believe you have been blessed so far. So point 9 says, there are no coincidences in God, only God-Incidences. Acts chapter 15 verse 18 says, known to God from eternity are all his works. You know, the truth is, nothing happens by chance. Everything is calculated, detailed by God. Have you ever found yourself in that place where you were planning to go somewhere and somehow there was a thought in your heart to go in another direction, and when you yielded to that thought, you met someone you had been looking forward to meeting, or someone you needed to see that you had been trying to see for a while, and somehow the connections just happened, the dots started connecting to one another? That was no coincidence. That was a God incident. You think it was a coincidence that the well they threw Joseph in was empty? No, it wasn't. It was God planned, because the plan was not to drown him. The plan was for him to be sold, to the Ishmaelites to get to Egypt, because there was a prophecy hanging over his head. Do you think it was a coincidence that the day Ruth stepped out of the house to go glean, that she happened to find herself in the field of Boaz? That was no coincidence. That was God orchestrated. That was God. That was a God incident. One of the major assignments of the Holy Spirit is to ensure that these dots connect to one another. Is to ensure that the God incidences in your life align with God's purpose and God's agenda for you. Listen to that inner voice in your heart. Listen to that sweet sound of the Holy Spirit whispering to you. It was no coincidence that on the day Jesus decided to go to Jerusalem from Judea, he decided to go through Samaria. It wasn't just that that was the only route to where he was going to. But I believe God ordered his step. God said, you need to go through Samaria. Why? Because there's a woman that's going to come by the well at that particular time. Now we're told that the woman came, at the time where it was really hot. That's not the time when most women come to the well to draw water. But she came at that time. I believe the Lord also led her to. And a God incident happened at that time. Why? Because the city of Samaria needed to be delivered. Watch out for God incidences in your life. They add up, they accumulate into God's agenda and grand plan for your life. I believe this has blessed you, and I hope and pray that as you go through the day, as you go through your life, you will be sensitive enough to hear God, to allow him lead you, to allow him direct you, to allow the Holy Spirit bring you into amazing God incidences. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.